Hey guys, I was getting some questions about the scavenger hunt for Pythagorean theorem. So I'm going to do something as an example just to make sure that everybody understands exactly what to do. So my handy assistant here is going to hand us an example of something to use. Everett, go ahead and hand us the card. Put it right here. Okay, thanks. All right, so we're going to use Everett's Pokemon card. Okay, I got one email saying I don't see any right triangles in my house. Well, you're not looking for actual triangles. You're really looking for rectangles or squares, and then just using, one of the sides is A, one is B, and then the hypotenuse C. So you would just measure that diagonal side right there. So we're going to go through this one as an example. So we're going to measure, I'm going to use centimeters since this is a pretty small one. So if I measure across the top here, and we'll let this be side A, it looks like that's about 6.3. So we're gonna say A is 6 3/10 centimeters. Okay, now let's use this side here as B, and it looks like this is about 8.8. Centimeters. Yeah, hang on, bud. All right, and then for the hypotenuse C, we would just use this diagonal right here. So you have to be careful to make sure that you're going exactly from one corner to the other. And it looks like it's about 10.8. So C is 10.8 centimeters. Okay, now we're gonna use, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. We're going to use Pythagorean theorem now to test this out and see how well it works out. So we've got a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So a is 6.3, b is 8.8, and c is 10.8. So we have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And remember, c is always going to be the longest side, so that's going to be the diagonal. Okay, so 6.3 squared gives us 39 69/100. 8 8/10 squared gives us 77 44/100. And then 10.8 squared gives us 116 64/100. So now let's add these together and see how well it checks out. So when I add those, I get